Light, yes. Pleasant. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we taste a single grain whiskey called Ayrshire from Signatory Vintage. We know this independent bottler already, and this is a single grain, means from a single distillery, but grain whiskey. Grain whiskey means it is not malted, not a malted cereal. It's not from a malted cereal. Typically, it's from wheat, and in former times, the unmalted cereal was maize, corn. It was cheaper, but the wheat is a little bit more expensive, but has a higher yield, alcohol yield. So that in the end, the wheat is cheaper. And what's Ayrshire? Ayrshire is a county in the southwest of Scotland, and the historic county was quite big. And in now newer times, they have divided the county in three sub-counties. And the first is North Ayrshire, to which the Isle of Arran belongs. Then there is the East Ayrshire, because it lies a little bit in the east of North Ayrshire. And then there's this South Ayrshire. And in South Ayrshire, there's a small town, former fisher town, 7,000, population of 7,000. And outside the town of Girvan, there is, up on a little hill, the Girvan distillery, which is owned by William Grant and Sons, and they are the proprietors of Glenfiddich, Balvenie, Kininvie. And they also own the Grant's Blend. And for this Grant's Blend, they need an awful lot of grain whiskey to blend with, and therefore they built their own grain whiskey distillery, and this is called Girvan, after the town, and this is in the county of Ayrshire. And because Signatory might not have the right to use Girvan as a distillery name on the bottle, they used the county in which the whiskey was produced. Well, in South Ayrshire is too long, and well, call it Ayrshire. Other independent bottlers did that as well before. So Ayrshire is a synonym for Girvan. This whiskey is distilled 1998 and bottled 2014, so it's 16 years old, quite old for a grain whiskey, and it's quite light. So this one is not colored, artificially colored. 16 years, so probably refill casks, as most of the time in the grain whiskey business. 43% ABV, and this means it is also chill filtered, as Signatory Vintage does with all their whiskies below 46. And the cask strength as well. I have a new glass. It's handmade of crystal, and in the future I will always taste my whiskies from this glass. What do I expect from this whiskey? Well, grain whiskey is always lighter, a lot lighter than malt whiskey. And sometimes it tears from these old, reused casks only the bitter tannins. The fruitiness of the wine or the aromas from the bourbon are long gone with the first 2-3 fillings. And there is a chance to have a bitter whiskey. Let's see. Light, yes. Pleasant. Vanilla in it. And a fruity note. Definitely fruity with a good vanilla. Light, no alcohol. smooth. Yes, it's mouth-filling, it's strong enough to fill your mouth, and it's not bitter. Yeah, fruitiness, warm, a little spiciness coming up, no bitterness at all, prickling on your tongue. But the overall feeling is lighter, it's much lighter than a malt whiskey. This is the character of most single malt whiskies, and when they are older and they lose the youthness, which is not that strong in grain whiskies because they are typically distilled on column stills with a very high ABV, so most of the more intense flavors are left behind. So they are typically smooth. Yeah. Interesting whiskey. I think it's no single cask, of course. It's a single grain, means from a single distillery, and it's a mixture of several casks, probably. But they tell it's distilled on August 21st. Signatory Vintage is such a big independent bottler that they buy whiskies by full or half truckloads, and this brings the chance to mix whiskies with the same distillation date, because you bring the casks to the distillery, they are filled, and then you return. Or it's a single cask. I can't tell. The label does not say more. Thank you for watching. There's more to come. Stay tuned. Feel free to give your comments in our Whiskey Day